Hey teacher friend, I'm Molly. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a 5th grade teacher who helps other elementary teachers just like you eliminate stress during literacy time and other parts of their day too, so they can spend more time teaching and less time prepping. In today's video, I'm going to talk about how I plan to adjust to 5th grade. You might have noticed that I said I'm a 5th grade teacher, and that's new because I recently finished up my last year of teaching 1st grade. And if you saw some of my videos a couple weeks ago, then you learned about how to switch schools if you're thinking about it as a teacher, and how I plan to switch schools and grade levels. The first thing I want to say is that I just needed a challenge. I was feeling, as my friend Amber from Burned In Teacher would say, I was burned in, but I was burned and bored. And I knew that I needed a change. I wanted to switch schools, so that was already on my list of things I needed to do. But when I talked to the principal of the school I was moving to, she offered me 1st or 5th grade. And while 1st grade would have been comfortable and an easier transition with moving schools too, I knew that I needed to accept the challenge and do something different. I never thought I would teach 5th grade. It wasn't something on my mind, but I'm also the kind of person that likes new things and change, and I'm not afraid of a challenge. And weirdly enough, when I was in my college program to become a teacher, all of my professors that knew me really well said they saw me as a 4th or 5th grade teacher. So I'm really looking forward to getting to use sarcasm and going deeper into topics. There's things I love about 1st graders that I know I'm going to miss, but at the same time, I just knew that if I'm going to stick with teaching, which I want to and I plan to, then I needed to do something different and have a change. So that was my first reason. I just need a challenge and to change things up. And like I mentioned just a second ago, I was just feeling unchallenged by 1st grade. I had done it for so long. I was on kind of autopilot, where you put your lesson plans together for the week, but you could teach it in your sleep. And I'm headed into my 9th year of teaching, and I just knew that I needed something different. And I've always wanted to try every single grade level. I don't know if I'll get there, but it is a big leap from 1st to 5th, and I've taught kindergarten as well. But kids are kids at the end of the day, so I'm ready for it. All right, the other thing that I'm doing to prepare is I asked if I could take home the retiring teachers' math text. So my school district does everyday math, and for grades 1 through 5, they have 2 pretty big sized teacher books that help you with all the lessons and explain what you're going to be teaching. So I asked to take those home so that I could go through every lesson, especially for the beginning of the year, and kind of figure out the math, because honestly, that's the thing I'm worried about the most. Not really the other things that are going to be different about 5th grade, but math, I just want to make sure that I'm a really good math teacher and not failing the kids. So I knew that if I could have time to prepare, then that would help a lot. And I can also see, because I'm going to have to learn the content so intently, that it'll help me create TPT products as well for my store. And that'll be a bonus, that I'm really diving deep in the content and learning it well, and then also creating products that make money too, which is a win-win. Okay, I'm also going to prepare by being really planned out. So having a full week ahead in advance and not doing anything by the seat of my pants. I like to have a plan in general. That's how I run my businesses. That's how I am as a classroom teacher. But maybe you can relate to this. Once you've taught something for so long, you don't always feel like you have to be as prepared. And I know that this is going to be such a big change that I need to be fully prepared and not take for granted that I know everything anymore, because I'm switching grades. So I can't take that for granted anymore. 1st grade was easier content-wise and not as in-depth. So I'm going to have to study and know what I'm talking about to be a good and effective teacher. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is keep after school time free for a while. I'm the kind of person that when I've been at school all day, I really have to come home and decompress. And I do run a tutoring business, but I'm taking a little bit of a break from that, especially heading into the new school year, knowing that I'm going to have a lot of stress. And The reason I've built up other parts of my business that are passive is so that I can do things like this. I can take a break and not have to stress about not making money tutoring. And so one of the biggest ways I do that is with my TPT store. And like I said, kind of marrying the new content I have to learn with the business I've already created is going to help me with that and keeping my after school time free so I can decompress, come home, not feel stressed, and just take school off my mind for a little bit and not be worried about yet another thing to do. If you are switching schools or grade levels, please tell me in the comments below. I would love to hear what you're doing. Maybe you have some good advice for me if you've made such a big grade level switch. I would love to know what worked really well for you. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you are the first to know when I have a new video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and also share it with a teacher friend. If you know someone's moving schools and they're worried about it, maybe you could send this their way so they can feel encouraged and ready to take on a new school year. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.